But if you just can't part from your pooch, don't worry, there's an app for that. Whether you're a total beginner like me or a ski expert, have been posted to Instagram nearly 1,400 times. And growing lettuce for manatees to eat is just the tip of the iceberg for these students. Get it? Iceberg? It just kind of feels like a little bit of pressure pulling on my back, but no pain. This glow yoga class takes a bright twist on the traditional yoga class. I call this the scared goat pose. I like this one because it's got that really nice cone shape. Just like a stubborn baby tooth, it took some wiggling to knock it loose. So close! Even though I went solo this time, I could fly from Orlando to Los Angeles and back before burning off my meal. Yes! Well, I got my eye on the clock and the lifeguards on standby. Let's put these times to the test. And just as soon as you stop pedaling, all the information about your performance is sent to you in an email. For OrlandoSentinel.com, I'm Kayla O'Brien. For OrlandoSentinel.com, I'm Kayla O'Brien.
Live from Fox 35 and the Orlando Sentinel, this is Orlando News Now.
I'm annoyed when I have to wait in the airport for an extra 30 minutes, so I can't imagine being there for 24 hours. This is the subtle shade I was talking about earlier. I have Sandra Pedicini to explain it. So this new ad campaign for Universal is really unlike anything they've done before. Now, the White House is calling this a listening session or a listening meeting. What does that mean? Amy, you said it. It's free, and it's also no questions asked. They don't ask your name or anything. I have Kate Santich to talk about what's going on here. How does that make you feel that you're going to be in Orlando performing where your dad retired?
Oh, you're gonna make me emotional.
It is. 3D is so 2016. It's all about 4DX now, and our own Trevor Frazier got to experience it last night. Steven, you're giddy about Volcano Bay? Oh, that's exciting. Now we know the prices. We're hoping that the Magic get the jackpot in this lottery tonight. How does it work? Because a lot of people are confused about how the logistics of this actually goes down. And there's one more, FGCU, Dunk City, the school that often gets forgotten, but Eliana Lamon Romero just never forgets about any team. I know you're supposed to hold it at the stem, but they don't have stems on solo cups, which is what I usually drink my wine on. I think that's really interesting that a lot of people go to Los Angeles to pursue their YouTube career because people think you just have a camera in your room, you can do it from anywhere. The swans are still here. The ducks are kind of hanging out over there. And if you pan over there, Andrew, you can see there's a palm frond that fell over, but that's about it. That's as far of the damage that we've seen in the downtown area. More than 5 inches reported yesterday. So as you can see, some of that has collected in this road right here. And police are saying, please do not come out on the roads. We actually got stopped a few minutes ago. You can't really see it now, but just a few minutes ago, the line for this attraction was all the way down there to the garage. There was about 100 people in line. Wonderworks was one of the only attractions to open so early. It was open at 2 p.m. today. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives host and restaurateur Guy Fieri is revamping the Planet Hollywood menu at Disney Springs. We caught up with him while he was in town. He's the mayor of Flavortown, and now he's in O-Town here at the Planet Hollywood Observatory at Disney Springs. Welcome, Guy Fieri. Prototyping can pose some of the biggest challenges to new companies. Traditional manufacturing can be expensive for small businesses, but 3D printing offers a more economical way for startups to manufacture prototypes.
Kind of like a simulated pole vault, okay?
When Joe Johnston was 15, he pole vaulted for the first time.
The rest is history?
Well, the rest is my life. I've vaulted ever since. Whoa!
Now, at 72 years old, Joe pole vaults nearly every day.
I might wake up 10 o'clock at night and be out here. I've done that.
He practices in this backyard facility he built called the Joe Dome.
Put down concrete and started buying some boards, and there it is.
He also trains people interested in the sport.
I'm kind of like the Johnny Appleseed of pole vaulting. I want everybody to do it because it's fun.
And he swears it's easy.
Always land on the big soft thing. And everything else, you know, just long as you do that, you're good. Test it.
Because actually pole vaulting on your first trip to the Joe Dome isn't recommended, we did some drills to help me get a feel for it.
Hooah! Yeah! All right.
Whoa!
And even though he loves it so much, the Joe Dome has seen better days.
You know, we got holes in it. You see it's leaking, and the critters think it belongs to them, and so I just have to fight for space.
So Joe wants to start over and build a new indoor facility, but
according to Orange County's zoning codes, I can only have 1,000 square foot of accessory building, and this thing would be 5,000 square feet. Kind of like saying you can have a possum, but you can't have an elephant. It's too big. I don't know how to deal with this. If I'm not jumping high enough, I know what to do. I can work, but
he's looking for solutions, but isn't giving up.
Like most things in my life, it don't happen quite as quick as I want it to, but it'll happen.
For OrlandoSentinel.com, I'm Kayla O'Brien. With every stitch and pin, a movement is slowly growing in Orlando.
I've always been interested and excited about the slow fashion movement.
Slow fashion is great for people who learn quick.
We want to bring sewing back into our lifestyle in a way that's relevant, sustainable, and enjoyable.
The global trend encourages everyone.
One thing we all share in common is we all wear clothes.
To learn more about where their clothes come from.
We aren't given a lot of information about what the condition and quality of the pieces that we purchase and then wear are. Is it sustainable? Is it friendly to our earth?
Bonnie Lewis designed her business, Common Sewing, around this concept.
I believe that once somebody has this ability in their hands, their imagination can go all the places that I can't go.
This is where your greatest stretch is.
But Bonnie has already gone across the fashion world.
I would be the tailor with the crew who would pack up in a little suitcase and get on a big airplane to a small airplane to a jet to do an advertising campaign.
Now she's teaching home tailors in training.
I had very basic skills as far as I knew what a sewing machine was. That's about it.
Recently packing all her belongings for a cross-country move opened her mind.
When I moved, I went through this purge of I don't even know why I had this, or I don't know why I had 4 bathing suits in Seattle,
And even though she's not planning a career as a fashion designer,
whether it be clothing or a textile bag or something like that, I just want to be able to translate my ideas into something material.
And that's okay with Bonnie.
I don't know where people are going to take it, but that's what's exciting to me.
For OrlandoSentinel.com, I'm Kayla O'Brien. As soon as the door opens at J. Henry's Barbershop in Paramore, you can't help but join the conversation.
How you been doing? Something to think about, right?
But the big topic lately
There's been a buzz, everybody's talking about it.
is about what's right outside the door.
I had mixed feelings with the soccer stadium due to the fact that I've been in this area for so long.
More than 20 years to be exact.
People always remember how you treated them. They may forget how you cut their hair, but they never forget how you treated them.
He says the city has treated his business fairly so far.
And I hope that the city of Orlando continue to remember the small business owners that held the community together for so many, many, many years.
And he's optimistic about the future.
If we allow ourselves to embrace the change that is taking place and be a part of the change, people that didn't have the opportunity to work will have that opportunity. Even if it's only just parking cars, at least you can bring a couple of dollars home that you didn't have. Keep hope alive for them, that they may never ever own a soccer stadium, but they can own a barbershop or a restaurant.
Or run a church, like the Faith Deliverance Temple, which is even closer to the new stadium.
I've been here since day one. We bought the property, so I know what it's been like in and out.
And right now, the out sounds like this. And the in.
It's got to be really loud for it to distract us.
The city offered to buy the church before construction even started, but
the offer for the property was not sufficient for us to move with.
So for now, these prayers and praises are staying put, unless
I told him in the beginning, God, wherever you lead, I'll follow. We'll follow. If something comes up that's good enough to work with, we'll work with it. When with God, all things are possible.